Alright, welcome. So today we have PUCH doing a quick build video. I'm going to do probably two different builds, because honestly you can build PUCH two different ways. There is the pure burst damage, high risk, high reward, or you could build more of a safe build with some cooldown reduction and a little bit more of a burst. Since PUCH, clearly he's just a burst mage, he's just there to slow enemies, deal damage, and sustain himself. He's not a utility god. So let's get right into building PUCH. As you see, I already do have a few items here that I just kind of want to talk about and just kind of show you that Doom Orb is a little ridiculous. The amount of magical power it gives you is 140. But yeah, starting with Conquest is definitely a shorter item. As always, Vampiric Shroud for mages, great sustain, there's no real reason to not get it. After you go into your Vampiric Shroud, then it gets a little bit interesting. So typically after Vamp Shroud, you go into your tier 1 item, the Lost Artifact, and then from here you can decide to play it risky because PUCH has no escapes, obviously, and you can build that into a Doom Orb right away. Or you can hold that off, go into your boots of your choosing, then go back to Doom Orb. Or you can just not go into Doom Orb and do Chronos Pendant, but let's just cover Doom Orb first. So we just go into Doom Orb, and we go to our boots, we're just going in for pure burst damage, so choose a Magi. And then from here you can go into the Book of Thoth, a stacking item. You can go to Book of Thoth, or you can go to Warlock Sash to be a little bit more tankier. Since you're running the Doom Orb, you might be focused a little bit more. Or if you don't want any stacking item, you can also go into the Gem of Isolation, which is great, a little pricey, but it adds additional slows to your attacks, and your ultimate just becomes a huge, just slow field. A really great item for PUCH to just complement his overall abilities. After you choose one of those three items, you definitely want to look forward to some type of penetration item. Now, to be clear, Spirit of Magus is good against targets that aren't building any magical protection, or it's not a lot of guardians that have base scalings that just give them a lot of protections, or Scent Warriors. Now, if you're going against targets that are building Borok or Urchin or just tanking in general, then you definitely want to go into the Obsidian Shard because it is percentage based, great against tankier targets, obviously. And it also provides more damage against structures like towers, phoenixes, fire giant, gold fear, things like that. So those are the two differences between spear and obsidian shard. Just pick whichever one you need. For now, let's go to obsidian shard. And then typically matches don't last too long, so you probably want to get another big power spike. And traditionally, the one to go to is the Rod Tahuti. And then once you have these items here, you have 717 magical power. That's without Vamp Shroud. You can sell it mid to late game, whichever you feel like you don't need it. You just want to sell it for 800 gold to just finish off an item. And you can just go into maybe like another bursty item like Soul Reaver. That gives you tons of magical power and great burst once every 60 seconds. Or you can go into Gem of Isolation, in case you didn't page it up earlier. So you can just go into something like that. And this is a higher risk, high reward, bursty type build. Now go into something more casual, and of course you can apply this to other game modes, except you probably want to get boots first and then do more for like arena and things like that. But traditionally, same items. Even if you can't build stacks in Book of Thoth, just the base item itself just provides a lot of magic power. So if you can't build stacks, just don't worry about it. So for a more safer build and probably a more popular build overall, because PUCH, it can be easily ganked. Boots, you just go into Shoes of Focus. And then you can go into the Chronos Pendant. Now this will bring you at 30%. Sadly, you can't really cap as easily with Season 3 right now, so you can just be with 30%. Or if you really want to cap full CDR, you're going to have to go to Choose a Magi, go to Chronos Pendant, and then go into Breastplate of Valor. I sometimes do this if there's some assassins on the other team, so I can get more use out of Breastplate of Valor. So this will bring it to a 40% cap, so you can do this. If not, I mean, if you do go with those three items, you're going to be a little bit lower on the magical power side, but let's just go with Choose a Focus. For conquest reasons, you can also go into a stack an item of your choosing, Book of Thoth or whatever. Let's just go with Book for now. Type in Book. And then same rules, go for penetration. If you don't want to go into like a stack an item or Gem of Isolation, you can rush like the pin item into the Rod Tahuti into Soul Reaver. You could do something like this, just kind of rush the big burst damage and kind of skip stacking items or health items, things like that. That's again up to you. So you can see there are some different routes you can go right now. So yeah, back again with just a Book, penetration, and then Ratatouille. Like these are basically your core items. And then sometimes I would just go into Book of Thoth as my last item if I don't pick it up earlier, or traditionally you just want to go into one of those items I already mentioned, Sword Reaver, Gem of Isolation, things like that. And this will just be the safer build. Honestly, you still have a lot of magic power, 702. And then relics, again, no escapes, definitely purification. You definitely want to pick that up first, or sanctuary. Maybe you're laning against a Poseidon, you just go into that. That could probably prevent you from some cracking damage, though just keep in mind you can still be CC'd while you're using sanctuary. But traditionally you just pick these two up. And yeah, that pretty much covers the basic Outposh builds. Yeah, so hopefully this was helpful. You can also apply this to some other mages if you want to. It's not totally specific for Outposh besides Gem of Isolation. So yeah, hopefully it was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.